Hey, what's up? Fun fact, I originally thought this movie was an Adam Sandler movie for Netflix. Turns out it's not. It's a Jason Moore movie for Amazon Prime.
Amazon movies. Yep.
Yes. Now, here's some fun facts. Jason Moore is the guy who did Pitch Perfect,
Oh, really?
but he also did your favorite movie, Sisters, with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
No, that's not a favorite of mine.
And we saw in the credits that Ryan Reynolds was an executive producer. There's a reason for that. Originally, he was supposed to. I think he was
He was
on.
going to play the groom.
Yeah, he was going to play Josh Duhamel's character, which makes sense. However, he dropped out for some reason. So then Armie Hammer was going to be considered for the groom, but around the time that he was having like some apparently some controversial issues about him or some stories about him attacking people, he was kicked out and replaced with Josh Duhamel. And apparently there was a lot of ad-libbing, improvising around
That's what
on
you
the
said.
set. There was mainly Jennifer Coolidge.
Hmm.
One time is
Robert, there.
that's
It's a
exactly what she would do is she would say the line, but then she would like add something else to the end which would make people like crack up and laugh. So anyway, since this is what Kay wants month, review the entire movie.
No, you can help.
I've said enough.
It's called Shotgun Wedding with Jennifer Lopez and that guy.
What's his name?
I don't know, Duvall something.
Josh Duhamel.
Josh Duhamel. Okay.
You
They
you
they
you
went
might
by
you'll know him.
Darcy and Tom.
You'll know him from Transformers, um, and from one of your favorite movies, what was
I don't know. You're thinking
it?
of
Life as We Know It. I think
it.
it was like a
He
two-hour
was
movie.
in a lot of movies.
It
I
was a
just
it was like a 2-hour movie that involved him, Katherine Heigl, and a crying baby.
okay. So anyway, this movie is Jennifer is at the night before the rehearsal dinner, and he is working still on details of the wedding. He pretty much planned the whole wedding.
He's a groomzilla,
Groomzilla to the max. Yeah, yeah. Picking fights, everything. So
like
he's
JJ's guy.
he's out at the boat finishing it up,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy in the the dock, the border or whatever, he sees somebody like out in the boat messing around. So I thought he grabbed a gun.
I thought so too.
He grabbed a flashlight. And then of course,
Maybe
here goes Tom, falls in the water.
maybe it was like a two-part thing,
Hmm. What two part?
like a Swiss Army knife.
Oh, it was a big flashlight. So then
Maybe he had a taser in his
he
pocket. I
shows
don't
up
know.
late, okay? So Darcy, Jennifer Lopez, her parents are really not talking.
Is she a mole
He's
girl?
he's got
Or
a
no? Oh,
new
I'm sorry.
girlfriend, supposedly.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, her name is Darcy, right?
Yeah,
Is she a male girl?
no.
Hmm.
And then Tom's parents, Carol and what was the guy's name?
I thought his name it said Big Poppy or something.
He was like supposed to be recording everything, but he kept falling asleep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here they are.
No, that was Josh Duhamel's parents.
That's who I said, Tom.
Oh,
So then, guess who shows up? Darcy's ex-boyfriend
have you
or
mentioned who her father
ex-fiance.
was?
Oh, her father was Cheech.
Cheech Marin.
Yep,
That's Big Poppy.
yep. So then, he comes in by helicopter, and she's like, "Why is he here?"
It's fine. I won't make noise.
And Pause it.
Dang it!
I told you 8 minutes.
Hey, we're back. If you're wondering why we're now wearing if you're wondering why we're now wearing different clothing,
We're wearing the same clothing.
I don't know. I don't know the Illuminati. That's why. Anyway, Kay.
Oh.
So here we are. We're gonna continue with
I have a
the.
Sherpa blanket. Oh, it's so sorry.
We're gonna continue. She's gonna get very distracted. We're gonna continue with the shotgun. We're gonna continue with part 2 of the shotgun wedding review. But one thing I want to say is that Lenny Kravitz plays her ex-boyfriend.
Right, but he doesn't sing or anything.
He according to Chappelle's Show, he's 100% Jewish.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because there was a racial draft where they got to pick, where each race got to pick like half black people. And so for the black people they picked Tiger Woods. For the Jewish people, Lenny Kravitz.
What are you even talking about?
There was a sketch on the Chappelle Show.
Oh.
I'll show you it afterwards.
Mm.
The white people part and the Hispanic part was like kind of weird, kind of filler in my opinion. But then the best part was the Asian group, and I'm gonna spoil it. He said like, the Asians choose the RZA, the Jizza, ... Ghostface Killer, the Wu-Tang Clan. And they were like, oh my god, the biggest shock of the night. The Asian group, pulling a fast one, have chosen the entire Wu-Tang Clan.
How many are in it?
Like 5 people or something.
Oh.
So anyway, it's your month. Keep talking. Oh, by the way, there's this guy. I'm sorry. There's this guy on Twitter, Victor Higgins. He would like me to do a plug for his Twitter and probably his Facebook and whatnot. So there you go.
What does he talk about?
He talks about like SNL reviews or he does like SNL reviews of various seasons. So talk for the rest of the review. You have about 18 more minutes.
We left off where Tom came to the rehearsal dinner in other clothing because his clothing was all wet. And then all of a sudden the helicopter comes.
Yes, I said Lenny Kravitz already.
Lenny Kravitz comes off, and he's her ex-boyfriend, fiance, something like that.
And it's like an actor, I guess. Was he a Bollywood actor?
Everybody was falling in love with him. He was just so great and wow, personable and everything else. And Jennifer Lopez, Darcy was just like, oh, whatever.
The male girl?
Why do you keep saying that?
Do you want me to tell you or no?
No.
Okay.
Then don't say it again. So they start going through dinner and everything. And so Tom and Darcy went back to their bungalow. And
well, there's some stuff at the wedding.
The wedding is the next
day. The rehearsal or whatever that is.
What?
The presentation. The PowerPoint presentation, and then there was something where Lenny Kravitz said like some like some
Darcy.
joke where it's like your translated. Mother. No, I thought it was your grandfather.
I thought it was your mother or your grandmother.
No, it's not that because it's something to do with a father.
And she's laughing. It was a personal joke.
Then Josh Duhamel, being an idiot that no one can relate to, there's beautiful, smoking hot J-Lo in lingerie, practically begging him for them to have sex. And he's like, no, I need to make sure the candles are lit and arranged properly.
So he was still working
Already,
on
this is a fantasy world.
like table decorations, the fairy lights and the glass and the stuff.
And I am like, this dude is the dumbest person on the planet.
Well, he did get tempted, but then he's like, and then his mom comes in.
And it's like, it's bad luck to see the bride before your wedding.
So they made him go sleep in their room.
Then the next day,
Which I think he left the room, didn't he? Or did he stay all night? I don't know. He couldn't sleep because of snoring and breathing apparatus and everything.
then the next day, J-Lo is in pretty much a corset.
Oh my God, could you believe that that was a dress that what her mother wore, she wore, her daughter, and now J-Lo was going to wear? I don't see how it lasted that many. She couldn't breathe.
Yeah. Even with her flawless figure. Um, Tell me I'm wrong. I thought so. So anyway, all of a sudden, then that's where stuff hits the fan, and that's when she and Josh Duhamel are having an argument because she ran off. Maybe it was like something about cold feet, and it was about how her father made her give out the invites, and he didn't put a response or something.
Yep. Her ex did not respond that he was coming to the wedding.
And in the meanwhile, there's like a weird thing where they're like in one position, then they're like walking, then they're walking around, and then they're in another position, then they're walking back, and it's kind of weird. Oh wait, I'm
That's
talking.
okay. That's okay.
People on this channel assume that you don't get to pick any of the movies. Now it's going to make it seem like I don't let you speak.
You are letting me speak. So anyway, so it's the next morning and she's in this dress, like you said, corset. It was so tight she could hardly breathe. And
You've
then
already said that.
you said that. And then Tom comes over by her. And
I've said that. Come
I know
on, go afterwards.
these two are fighting, like you said, but they figure out, they hear other voices, other people that are around, and so they're starting to hide and everything. They get in the house and they go from room to room. It's a miracle they didn't get found or heard or whatever.
What's going on?
These pirates have come across and they've landed, and the Tom had already talked to the resort owners, and they said usually they just come, take what they need, and then they're gone. They leave, but this
You're
time
forgetting something.
they were taking all the guests as hostages. What?
Where are the hostages?
They're in their bungalows.
No.
And then they bring them all out, and then they're in the pool.
Yes.
Because when you're in water, you can't run very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So he the guy in charge, which you'll find out who it really is.
Oh,
the guy
okay.
in charge, he says, "Okay, who is this?" And he was stapling their dinner sitting card
onto them.
Yeah, onto them, so he knew who was who. So the only two that weren't there were the bride and the groom.
And do you want to say why they're being held hostage?
Because Darcy's father has a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And they want money put
37
into
million. I think.
Right, and he's got like 50 or 60 million. So they're leaving him with a little bit.
I thought it was like 47 million, he said.
I don't know. Oh. So then he said, "You're not getting any money from me unless I know my daughter is safe."
Mm-hmm.
Well, first they had to try and find the daughter. Um, and by the time Tom and Darcy figured out what was going on, then they had to start taking things into their own hands.
You should not put your hands in your hands.
I'm just like this, people. I'm just like this, okay?
Yeah, sure you are.
So then a lot of things start happening. So then Darcy wants Tom to cut her dress. They've they oh Darcy, before Tom got there, was given
A knife.
a cake knife that's been at the different weddings in the family and never cleaned, obviously, as to what she was saying.
There's there's more. Like, you're not going to mention the shower or the
Oh,
1, 2, 3, or
the clock? I don't know what you're doing.
the grenade.
Oh, yeah. There was a grenade. One of the guys that was trying to um, kidnap them or kill them or take them to the person in charge.
After pretty much bashing his head into the rock.
Oh, and then that didn't even kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, he had yucky on his face.
Looked like that sketch from the AO SNL episode about like where it had like part of brain. You can't tell me that wasn't a Squirm written sketch.
So Tom thought he killed him. Later, he'll find out that he didn't kill him.
And anyway, with the grenade,
Yeah, so Darcy doesn't think she can throw it far enough, so they keep hanging on
you're
to it.
just talking about part 2 of it, but whatever.
What?
She's originally like super scared, thinking that it's gonna explode. And then Josh Duhamel says, "Well, you just need to hold on to it at the same amount, and then throw it as far as you can."
But she didn't think she would be able to throw it far.
Hmm.
He was the one that played minor league baseball.
Was it minor league, or was he just coaching minor league? Because it made
No,
it seem
I
like he
think he
wasn't even a
played.
good player.
I think he played.
Okay.
So then we find out that
Then there's zip lining as well.
yeah, and the shooter or the gunmen are like talking to the crowd, and they're saying, "Okay, who is the father of the bride?" And then Tom's mom goes, "Robert,
We've
Robert,
already talked about that in
they're
part
calling
one.
you."
We already talked about
It
that in
was
part one.
funny, and he's like, "Shh, shh." I guess I am. Yeah. So now we have an adventure going.
Are you going to mention zip
So
lining?
Darcy and Tom, you already did twice now.
So are you going to talk about it?
What? What about it?
Oh, well, they find a cell. Was it on one of them? A cell
Oh,
phone?
she had it. Darcy
Okay.
had one. But there was no signal. So Tom said they had to go up higher.
To the top of a tower to get help, and the reason is because the pirates like cut the satellite.
They cut the phone lines.
Hmm. So then they ended up doing zip lining, and I think that's when she dropped the grenade or something. I think so, because there was
It
like a
was on people.
yeah, there was a
It
big
was on the
explosion.
gunmen.
Um, this one there's a bunch of twists, but I don't know like how.
How far are you going to
I'm
speak?
not okay. Well, I know it's your month, but I'm sorry, I don't know which is hotter. Uh, J Lo in lingerie or J Lo looking like Sheena, Queen of the Jungle.
Uh,
I'm extremely torn.
oh, well. 'Cause- 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 'cause
I'm trying to think if I'm trying to think which one is better, this or what was that movie, Red Notice?
Mm.
Because both are like spy comedies or action comedies. And yes, I know I've been a little angry in the past about Kay always picking spy movies or spy comedies because there's only so many ways you can do them.
Well, this one, the title completely,
It's like what
you don't think it's that.
it's like watching every single Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon. After like the 17th, you're going to be like, "Oh my god, please."
He's got that box from Acme.
Me
Acme.
or
So
Ajax
anyway,
or
are
Roadrunner Construction.
you done talking about this?
Are you?
Well, I didn't know how far you wanted me to go.
I don't know how far we can go without spoiling major things. Because there's a twist, then there's another twist, then there's another twist, then there's another twist, then there's another twist.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start twisting up those twist ties. What did you think of it? I thought
I thought Josh Duhamel did not look like Adam Sandler as I said in the first part. But I thought it was really funny. J Lo, a lot of people give her junk that she doesn't deserve. She doesn't deserve a lot of criticism. Um, they did have they did have the freedom to ad lib. I am curious what parts
but
J.
you said Tom's mom did most of the ad-libbing.
They all ad libbed.
Ah.
That was like just one of the most important parts, or one of the biggest parts. I think the ziplining thing might have been ad libbed too.
Oh my god. Didn't they
Um,
end up towards the beach where a
mhm,
couple more guys showed up?
yeah.
And of course, the whole wedding is postponed until, they can get their members of the family back.
Oh, I was gonna mention I was gonna mention a certain actor's movie, but I'm not going to because that would be in very poor taste to mention him. So I will say this is a lot better. This would be kind of like what a reboot of Violent Shit 3, aka Zombie Doom. This is like a better version of that. I'm like, if they ever did a remake of that, this is what it would probably look like. Except you'd have to have like, nah,
Well, I
Zombie
think
Doom
at
didn't have
least at
zombies in
least
it.
the pirates like
Hmm.
acted or fought,
Yeah,
and shot
and
and
this movie was only like what 90ish minutes. Take note, Pirates of the Caribbeans. Am I wrong? You know
no.
what? Take notes, Judd Apatow, in most Hollywood movies. I don't know if there's going to
I
be a
didn't think it
sequel.
was that long. How would there be a sequel? They've already gotten married.
Well, it was. They did a sequel to Murder Mystery 2. Or to Murder Mystery. They're doing a sequel to Red Notice. They're doing Ace Ventura 3.
Oh god, really?
I haven't seen them, so I can't confirm. They did Dumb and Dumber 2.
That shouldn't have even been one. Anyway, would you recommend this movie
Yes, I would.
as a rental or a matinee or what? Well, it has to be a rental. Well, no, it can't be a rental.
Well, I don't know how much is Prime a month.
I don't know. You get a free month? Was that on Prime?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, Prime Video. It was made for Amazon Prime.
If this was available for $10 on Blu-ray, I'd probably buy it.
Mm. Yep, maybe.
Join us next time where oh wait. Join us next you do the tease for next week.
I don't know what movie we'll see.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Come one, come all. Heir to the throne.
Maybe.
Julius Caesar.
Just do it. Bye.
Bye bye.